sacarte
What
toda
did
la
you
información que
negotiate
pueda.
about the Al-Azif with Volner?
Absolutely nothing. I managed to pull the wool over his eyes until I found a way to flee.
Los cañones de una
What
parte.
was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
Since when does the Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen, once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany. Between you and me, if buying China would have enabled me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
Madre mía, cuántas cosas.
Samuel Ritter du Choix. You wanted to send me a letter about Godoy.
I wanted you to run a check on Duke Manuel. But frankly, it doesn't really matter anymore now. Godoy is just a pawn like the others. He is not the one I was looking for.
You know, I found your package under a wharf plank.
As a matter of fact, I needed it yesterday. I wasn't expecting anyone to take it.
Lo siento.
On the evening of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries. We can sort that out later.
Are you going
Bueno.
to tell me what happened to your hand?
Better than that, I shall show you.
Bueno, pues enséñamelo. Estoy pensando, el esqueleto que estaba detrás de... O sea, en el estudio ese secreto de Mortimer, también le faltaba una mano. Pero creo que era la mano derecha. Y a esta señora le falta la mano izquierda. ¿Puede que haya algo que tenga que ver en eso?
Good. I think that's about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He wants the United States to occupy all the North American territory. France should recover Louisiana and give it to the United States. In that case, the Americans would just have to push west to chase the Spanish from the continent once and for all.
And as Mortimer controls Washington, you may just as well say that it will put him at the head of a world superpower. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
Are you going to tell me why we're here?
Madre mía, ¿qué es esto?
There. That's why we are here.
A ver, Belén, Bethesda. What the fuck? He conseguido pasar por los aposentos de Napoleón Bonaparte sin dejar ni rastro. He protegido a una de las gemelas Hillsborough. ¡Ah, pero no me dicen a quién! He ido a ver la multitud frente a la habitación de Lady Hillsborough. Digo, podía haber sido testigo de la determinación de Napoleón. Haberse hablado con el cardenal Piaggi. Pero es que no lo he encontrado. Habíamos tenido información acerca de Al-Azif. No sé quién es ese. Haber accedido a la habitación de Jacques Perú a través del balcón. También lo he intentado. También lo he intentado, tío. Pero no me han dejado. Estaba roto. Bueno. Sad. Estoy sad.
Reassure me, we aren't going to have to force that one, are we?
I don't think we're even capable of doing it. You're going to have to find a way to open it.
Why, of course. And what's inside?
Something to vanquish them with?
Perfect. So, how does it open?
We'll need several keys. I found a note from the architect who conceived the mechanism. In Mortimer's secret study, we have to first gather 5 objects before we try anything.
Are the 5 objects the keys?
Exactly. We have the Clement III cross, the nails, the Gutenberg Bible, the exegesis of Judas, an armillary sphere, and all we need to match up the dates between the different calendars.
Hostias. La cruz de Clemente, los clavos, la Biblia de Gutenberg, el Génesis de Judas y una esfera armilar.
Why a cross?
Well, I haven't the foggiest idea, but it just so happens that's what you are going to use to activate the mechanism. I found the one Mortimer kept. It belonged to Cardinal Guibert, better known by the name of Pope Clement III.
Perfect. Where is it?
Unfortunately, I've lost it. When I lost my hand, I went dashing out, and it must have fallen from my pocket.
¿Recuerdas?
Remember, Mother. I'm certain you can remember.
Let me think.
You were running.
I was bleeding to death.
You remember the pain.
I thought I was going to faint. Yes, I remember. I don't think it can be far, can it?
Would you have lost it outside?
No, I don't think so. It must be in the area. I don't remember going up with it.
Perfect. I'll search the crypt before leaving.
Los clavos sé que
Some
están detrás
nails?
del...
Don't ask me. I'm not the one who made the mechanism, you know. When I arrived, there were already a few of them inserted, so I didn't have to worry about those. On the other hand, I remember seeing some in Mortimer's secret study,
Sí.
behind his nightmare.
In a golden cup? Yes. Yes, I saw them too.
Perfect. It will be easy for you to find them then. You need 3 of them.
Very well.
You remember what to do about the rollers. 1191 to enter, and 6466 to exit.
Of course.
Me lo recuerdas, ¿no? Bien. Sí, los clavos los tengo localizados. La cruz la tengo que buscar aquí. El exgénesis.
Exegesis. Anything else?
Did you manage to vanquish the Medusa?
To open the chimney? Yes, absolutely.
So you've already come across it. It's the Bible of Judas that is exposed in the secret room behind the chimney.
Why do they call it an exegesis?
Because that's what it is, and not an apocryphal Bible, strictly speaking. It's the study of a text with a summary, not an actual Bible. Anyway, well done for the Gorgon. You did well. You didn't get tricked by the light bouncing back.
Thanks. Do you think I can take it safely?
We haven't got a choice, Louis. Without it, we won't be able to work out this cursed mechanism.
Vale. ¿Qué más queda? La Biblia de Gutenberg y la esfera armilar.
This is the book in which you left your correspondence with Duchess Hillsborough, isn't it?
That's right.
You still believe it's in the tower room, don't you?
I don't know. There is only one way to find out, though.
Right. I shall go and see.
Vale, sí, esta es la que... Sí. Su libro favorito, ¿no? Ese que... Donde le tire ceniza. ¿Y la
There's
esfera?
one in the portrait gallery.
Yes, but it's enormous. If you don't want to have to go back and forth several times, then I suggest you get a smaller one.
What did you do then?
I didn't think I'd need one. I started without one, and I lost my hand before I did need one. And you can see the result.
¿Cómo?
There's
¿Otra
one in
vez?
the portrait gallery.
Yes,
En la
but it's
galería de retratos.
enormous. If you don't want to have to go back and forth several times, then I suggest you get a smaller one.
What did you do then?
I didn't think I'd need one. I started without one, and I lost my hand before I did need one. And you can see the result.
Vale, o sea, hay que buscar una esfera armilar de esas.
What do you mean by the concordance of dates exactly?
Don't worry about that. We already have them. They are written on the back of the message I just gave you. One last thing before you go. Be very careful. If you come across anyone, they can all potentially be spies of Mortimer or Holm. Don't ever confide in anyone because a demon can slip inside them at any moment.
Wait, not all of them though. Take Washington.
Especially Washington. He's been conditioned by Mortimer for years. Look at them, for crying out loud. How do you explain their behavior otherwise? The most influential politicians in the Western world gather together without the least protection, without a single aid to assist them, to participate in a conference during which the guests start dropping like flies. Me, Adams, Peru, Hillsborough, look at the number of calamities that have happened over the past few days. And not one of them has asked to leave the island? Do you find that normal? You'll see. Go up to the manor to look for the keys, and I wager not one of them will speak to you about my being in Emily's room.
Do you think so?
Go on, you'll see. And come back with all the objects in one go. Time is against us. And remember, the code to get out of the secret office is 6466.
Me lo recuerdan y mira que ha sido el único que he sido capaz de averiguar. Protocolo, lingüística, política, agilidad, política y lingüística. Madre mía. La de cosas que tengo que encontrar.
A Chinese coin, recognizable by the hole in the middle. If I remember rightly, that's called a cash.
This is Cersei.
Pulsa esto para consultar las notas. Milord, ha terminado tal, la cruz de Clemente. En el estudio. Ah, mira, me pone dónde está. Correspondencias en las fechas en distintos calendarios, me gusta. En el reverso del mensaje escrito correspondencia de las fechas. 17 de octubre del 84. 30 de Ramadán, 30 de 16. What? What? Son todas esas fechas. Voy a tomarme uno de estos porque probablemente vaya a encontrar otro. Y así. Mira, cuántas cosas.
Famous cross of Clement III.
Perfect. One key found.
Más monedas. Bueno, pues esta ha sido fácil, ¿eh? También mi madre, vaya puto desastre. Tenías la cruz justo ahí, ¿no te acordabas? Madre mía, ¿qué leches es esto, tío?
What on earth is that? A disc with information engraved in the metal? An iris that should open, I imagine, and blood.
Ahí está la
Mother?
mano de mi madre.
The dried blood. There.
Yes, it's mine. Sorry if I stained everything, but I must admit that at the time my thoughts were more on the pain than cleaning up after myself.
There are Roman numerals, Arab numbers, and town names.
Go on. I'm listening. What do you think?
On each engraved piece of information, there's a hole. Those are for the nails, right?
That's absolutely right.
Did you succeed in opening this iris?
Yes, by putting the cross on the console and the 3 nails on the disc, the iris opens. It gives access to a hole where I put my hand, thinking I could fully open the iris. There's a handle at the bottom, and as you can see, it didn't turn out very well for me.
Madre. La llave con el símbolo del aire. El libro. Órgano. Agua del Carmen. Madre mía. De allí ni nada más, ¿verdad? Ya todo esto es Madre mía, la pedazo de cristal. Sigue siendo de noche. Seguro que Washington no va a saber nada. Washington no, Mortimer no sabe nada de que tiene una grieta debajo de su casa. Una grieta, no, una gruta. Una grieta. El exgénesis, una esfera al mirar los clavos, los clavos, la Biblia, etcétera. Entrar dentro de... Bien. Por aquí se iba al sitio de la conferencia. Y por aquí pasábamos al comedor. ¿Puede ser? Ah, no. Aquí estamos justo donde yo quería estar. Porque aquí tenemos que encontrar lo de... lo que está detrás de la medusa. Y tengo que ver qué es la esfera armilar esa. ¡Madre mía! Vamos a localizar las llaves, pero eso lo haremos en el próximo capítulo.